Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the parameters of an operational amplifier. OP-AMP means OP is for operational and AMP is for the amplifier. So, parameters of an operational amplifier. These are nothing but the characteristics of ideal operational amplifier. So, today's my presentation includes an IC operational amplifier. Then I will discuss about the various parameters of the operational amplifier at a glance. And these different parameters are the input bias current, input offset current, input offset voltage, open loop gain, common mode rejection ratio, slew rate, and lastly I will discuss about the connection of IC integrated circuit 741, that is nothing but IC integrated circuit of operational amplifier, and that number is of that IC is the 741. So I will discuss about all these, and it is a very important from the examination point of view. So many times the question has been asked on this. So first of all, we see the an IC operational amplifier, integrated circuit of operational amplifier. We have seen previously this operational amplifier. So operational amplifier is basically the basic building block of the difference amplifier. So difference amplifier is a basic building block of the operational amplifier, and operational amplifier is a high gain amplifier. The gain of this amplifier is very high, and this and IC operational amplifier consists of 4 cascaded stages, 4 combined stages. So first stage is the difference amplifier number 1, second stage is the difference amplifier number 2, third stage is the emitter follower, and fourth step is the level shifter output stage. So these are the 4 stages which are cascaded together to form the block diagram of the operational amplifier. And here the inputs of the operational amplifier difference amplifier is taken as the input 1 and input 2, IP1 and IP2, and output of the first difference amplifier OP1 and OP2 are connected to the 2 input terminals of the second difference amplifier, and the output of the second difference amplifier is taken as a single ended output. So here output of the first difference amplifier is the double ended output. Double ended means both the outputs are used. Here the output of the second difference amplifier is the single ended output, because only one output is taken out of the 2 outputs. Output terminal of the OP1 or output is taken between the output terminal OP2 and the ground. So that is why it is called a single ended output, and this is nothing but the operational amplifier. The pin diagram, this is the symbol of the operational amplifier, electrical symbol of the operational amplifier, and this symbol of the operational amplifier has the 2 inputs. One is the this is the non-inverting input, which is represented by a plus sign, and another is the minus sign, that is nothing but the inverting input. And there are the 2 power supplies used in the operational amplifier. That power supply is the plus VCC and another is the minus VCC. Dual power supplies are used in the operational amplifier, and as there are the 2 inputs, the output is the only one, that is the output terminal. Only one output terminal is there in the electrical symbol of the operational amplifier. And this is the biasing circuit, so we do not need this one. So rest are the important, and because it has to be drawn so many times. Now after this operational amplifier, we will study the various parameters of the operational amplifier. Or sometimes you may ask the question that what are the different parameters of the ideal operational amplifier. Ideal operational amplifier, OPMP. OP means operational, AMP means amplifier. So various parameters of the operational amplifier are as follows. First is the input bias current. Second parameter is the input offset current. Third is the input offset voltage. Fourth one is the open loop gain of the operational amplifier. Then the fifth is the common mode rejection ratio, which is abbreviated as the CMRR. And lastly, I will discuss about the slew rate. What is meant by the slew rate? All the definition of all these and what should be the values of these parameters for the ideal operational amplifier, that we will discuss in this lecture. First of all, we will see the first parameter, that is the input bias current. What is this? Input bias current. We will assume that in the operational amplifier, applied input is 0 and therefore the output should be the 0. No input to the operational amplifier, there should not be any output. Okay, so this is the ideal case. But as the individual transistor in circuit of an operational amplifier, these individual transistors are get properly biased. Two transistors are used in the difference amplifier which is present in the operational amplifier. So these two transistors are properly biased. Proper biasing is provided in order to have in order to conduct these transistors. Okay, so for that purpose we have to apply the there will be some input current flowing into the input terminals when the output is 0. What is the condition there? Output of the operational amplifier should be 0, isn't it? But even though output of the operational amplifier is 0, because of the proper biasing of the transistors, some input current flows to the input terminals of the operational amplifier, and that input current is the IB1 and IB2. IB1 and IB2. Here I have shown it in this diagram. So IB1 is the, here input is grounded, input is not connected, no input is applied, and we should have the output to be 0. Output अपने को 0 मिलना चाहिए. Input अप्लाई नहीं किया फिर भी आउटपुट अपने को तभी अपने को आउटपुट 0 मिलना चाहिए. लेकिन क्या होता है, because of the proper biasing, some input based current flows to the operational amplifier, and that IB1 is the input current flowing to the one terminal, and IB2 is another input current, input based current flowing to the another terminal of the operational amplifier, and because of that we get some input bias current. So the input bias current is the 1/2 of the sum of the separate input currents flowing into the input terminals of the amplifier when the output is equal to 0. आउटपुट जब 0 रहेगा उस वक्त जो इनपुट करंट फ्लो हो रहा है उन दोनों का सम, दोनों इनपुट करंट का सम IB1 एंड IB2, and half of that is nothing but the input bias current. So that can be seen from this diagram, and hence input bias current IB, it is equal to IB1 input base current flowing to the first terminal, and input base current IB2 is flowing to the second input terminal, and half of that is nothing but the input bias current. When the output is 0, output 0 रहेगा तब जो इनपुट करंट फ्लो हो रहा है उसको कहा जाता है इनपुट बायस करंट. So smaller the input bias current, larger will be the input impedance. क्या होना चाहिए? आइडियल ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर के लिए इनपुट बायस करंट शुड बी द इंफिनिटी. Input bias current should be the very small. Input bias current should be the very small, so that input impedance of the operational amplifier will be the very large. Input bias current क्या होना चाहिए? Ideally it should be zero. If it is zero, then the input impedance will be the very high. So if you use the field effect transistor as the amplifiers, then we get the high input impedance. So ideal operational amplifier के लिए input bias current ये कैसा चाहिए? So for the ideal operational amplifier, input bias current should be as small as possible. Ideally it should be zero. Then we get the output to be a zero. तो उस वक्त अपने को आउटपुट क्या मिलेगा? जीरो मिलेगा. यदि बेस करंट जीरो है तो आउटपुट करंट जो आउटपुट वोल्टेज जो रहेगा VO, it should be zero. But this will not happen in the practice. We get some input current, that IB1 and IB2, and because of that we get the input bias current. Then second parameter of the operational amplifier is the input offset current. Input offset current. Now we know that in the operational amplifier there are the two difference amplifier stages, and in the difference amplifier there are the two transistors. So these two transistors in the difference amplifier should be the perfectly matched. जो दोनों यूनिट है ऑपरेशन, दोनों यूनिट है डिफरेंस एम्पलीफायर के, दोनों स्टेजेस है, ये एग्जैक्टली आइडेंटिकल होने चाहिए, एग्जैक्टली मैच होने चाहिए. The two base current would be exactly equal, and then if the two transistors in the difference amplifier are perfectly matched, then the two base current would be exactly equal. IB1 and IB2 will be the exactly equal, and the input transistors are usually matched to a greater extent, and hence the different bias current are almost equal. Different bias current are almost equal. So the difference between the separate input currents IB1 and IB2 flowing into the input terminals when the output is zero is called the input offset current. Input bias current क्या लिया अपन ने? एवरेज लिया है, एवरेज ऑफ द बेस करंट. And input offset current is the difference between the two separate input currents IB1 and IB2 flowing into the two input terminals when the output is 0 volt. And this difference between the input base current is called the input offset current. Input offset current. So what should be the input offset current then? It is the difference. And perfectly matched circuit के लिए क्या रहेगा? IB1 is equal to IB2. And input bias current IIO is equal to the IB1 difference IB2 when V of 0 is equal to 0. Smaller the input offset current, better will be the operational amplifier. So for the ideal operational amplifier, the input offset current should be as small as possible. Ideally it should be the 0. Ideally it should be the 0, and therefore this is the one of the parameter or characteristics of the operational amplifier, ideal operational amplifier, that input offset current should be the 0. Input offset current should be the 0. Then the third parameter of the operational amplifier is the input offset voltage. Input offset voltage. So as said earlier, the operational amplifier available may not be the ideal one. जो भी ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर अवेलेबल है मार्केट में, वो सभी ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर आइडियल ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर नहीं है. wherein with no input there should be the non-zero output. यदि इनपुट अपन ने अप्लाई नहीं किया ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर को तो आउटपुट अपने को मिलना नहीं चाहिए. क्या होना चाहिए? इनपुट यदि अप्लाई नहीं किया तो आउटपुट ये मिलना नहीं चाहिए. लेकिन एक्चुअली क्या होता है इन प्रैक्टिस? इनपुट अपन ने अप्लाई नहीं किया फिर भी अपने को कुछ आउटपुट मिलता है. वो जो आउटपुट मिल रहा है ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर के आउटपुट में, वो ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर के आउटपुट को जीरो करना है. उसके लिए जो भी इनपुट अपने को अप्लाई करना होगा विथ प्रॉपर मैग्नीट्यूड एंड प्रॉपर पोलैरिटी इनपुट टर्मिनल को, उसको कहा जाता है इनपुट ऑफसेट वोल्टेज. वो इनपुट अपन अप्लाई करेंगे तो आउटपुट जो रहेगा ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर का, दैट विल बी द जीरो. That will be the zero. So the input voltage that must be applied between the two input terminals, क्या होना चाहिए? The input voltage that must be applied between the two input terminals to get the output zero is called the input offset voltage. जितना इनपुट वोल्टेज अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा लेकिन वो प्रॉपर पोलैरिटी का और प्रॉपर मैग्नीट्यूड का अप्लाई करना होगा ताकि उसका जो आउटपुट है ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर का ये जीरो मिलना चाहिए. एंड सच इनपुट अप्लाइड बिटवीन द टू इनपुट टर्मिनल्स ऑफ द ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर इज कॉल्ड द इनपुट ऑफसेट वोल्टेज. ऑफसेट मींस ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर को ऑफ करना है. आउटपुट शुड बी द जीरो. That is nothing but input offset voltage. So for ideal operational amplifier, lesser is the input offset voltage, better will be the operational amplifier. Ideal operational amplifier की characteristic क्या हो जाएगी फिर? Lesser is the input offset voltage. Input offset voltage कैसा चाहिए? Lesser. It should be the smaller. Ideally it should be the zero. Ideally कितना होना चाहिए? Zero होना चाहिए. लेकिन ऐसा जीरो पॉसिबल है क्या? नहीं है इन प्रैक्टिस में. तो क्या कितना होना चाहिए फिर? कम से कम होना चाहिए इनपुट ऑफसेट वोल्टेज. ऐसे ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर को अपन आइडियल ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर कहेंगे. So that is the one of the characteristics of the ideal operational amplifier, that the input offset current should be as small as possible for the ideal operational amplifier. The another parameters of the operational amplifier is the open loop gain. What is the gain? Gain is nothing but output upon input. Gain is nothing but a ratio of output to the input. So open loop gain is the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. Output voltage to the voltage applied between the two input terminals of the operational amplifier. To understand this, let us have a look in the figure. So I have shown the three operational amplifier diagram, and we can apply the input between the two input terminals, plus terminal and minus terminal. Plus terminal is the non-inverting input and minus terminal is the inverting input. ये दोनों में input apply किया है VI, आउटपुट मिलेगा अपने को VO. तो रेशियो ऑफ दिस VO अपॉन VI is nothing but open loop gain. There is another way of taking the open loop gain, that one terminal is the grounded, means minus terminal is grounded. Here in the second diagram I have shown it. So when minus terminal means inverting terminal is grounded and input is applied between the non-inverting terminal, means plus terminal and the ground. So input is applied here, that input is the VI, and then we get the output to be a VO. So what will be the open loop gain? Open loop gain is the ratio of output to the input. So VO upon VI is nothing but open loop gain of the operational amplifier. There is a third possibility, that non-inverting terminal, that is the plus terminal, is grounded and input is applied between the inverting terminal, is minus terminal and the common ground. So in between these two, we have applied the input as a VI and we get the output to be a VO. Output is the VO. So ratio of VO upon VI is nothing but open loop gain of the operational amplifier. Now here, what should be the ideal characteristics of the open loop gain? What should be the ideal gain, open loop gain of the operational amplifier? It should be the very high, VO upon VI. Input should be the very small, output should be the very large, so that VO upon VI is nothing but open loop gain, which is the very large. So ideal operational amplifier should have very large open loop gain. Okay, कितना गेन चाहिए ओपन लूप गेन आइडियल ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर के? ये इट शुड बी द इंफिनिटी, इट शुड बी द वेरी लार्ज. Then fifth characteristics or fifth parameter of the operational amplifier is the common mode rejection ratio, that is the CMRR. So we have seen previously there are the two different amplifiers in the there are the two difference amplifier stages in the operational amplifier, and in one difference amplifier there are the two ways of applying the inputs. Input may be applied between the two input terminals IP1 and IP2 of the operational amplifier or difference amplifier number 1, or the input may be applied between the two input terminals of the two operational difference amplifier. Difference amplifier में जो दो inputs है IP1 and IP2, उन दोनों के बीच में इनपुट अप्लाई किया तो, और दूसरी पॉसिबिलिटी इनपुट अप्लाई करने की एनी वन ऑफ द इनपुट दैट इज IP1 एंड कॉमन ग्राउंड, इन दोनों के बीच में इनपुट अप्लाई किया, या IP2 एंड कॉमन ग्राउंड, इनके दोनों के बीच में इनपुट अप्लाई किया तो here we use the common mode rejection ratio, that is nothing but the ratio of differential mode gain to the common mode gain. Differential mode gain divided by common mode gain is nothing but CMRR. कॉमन मोड इनपुट यदि जब अप्लाई करेंगे तब जो गेन रहेगा वो कॉमन मोड गेन, और जब डिफरेंशियल इनपुट अप्लाई करेंगे तो वो डिफरेंशियल मोड गेन, दोनों का रेशियो जो रहता है वो कॉमन मोड रिजेक्शन रेशियो रहता है. एंड आइडियली इट शुड बी द small. Then last parameters of the operational amplifier is the slew rate. So normally the operational amplifier operated under the closed loop condition, that is with negative feedback. कभी भी ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर का जो यूज किया जाता है उसमें क्या किया जाता है, आउटपुट टर्मिनल, सम पार्ट ऑफ द आउटपुट वोल्टेज इज कनेक्टेड बैक टू द इनपुट, and that is nothing but the feedback. And that feedback which is used in the operational amplifier is the negative feedback. Means output का जो सब थोड़ा सा पार्ट है, it is connected back to the input so that input voltage, net input voltage applied with to the operational amplifier should be the reduced. और net input voltage यदि reduce होता है तो output will be the increase. Okay, means input reduce किया जा रहा है और output बढ़ाया जा रहा है. So that is nothing but a negative feedback. So it is therefore natural that the signal, input signal would be require some minimum time depending upon the particular circuit arrangement to pass through the device. कोई भी जो इनपुट सिग्नल है वो इनपुट सिग्नल सर्किट में से पास होने के लिए जो टाइम लगता है उसको कहा जाता है स्लीव रेट. If a sharply rising input signal is applied or high frequency signal is applied at the input terminal, then the output of the operational amplifier get delayed. क्या होगा, शार्पली राइजिंग यदि इनपुट अप्लाई किया या हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी सिग्नल यदि अप्लाई किया इनपुट टर्मिनल को, तो आउटपुट जो रहेगा वो डिले हो जाता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई output get delayed, and this is nothing but the slew rate, due to which the gain of the amplifier will be the too large, and hence operational amplifier will go into the saturation, resulting into a distorted output. And because of this fact that there is a limit on rate of increase of input voltage, which depends upon the delayed action of the introduced by the device. The slew rate is the time rate of change of closed loop amplifier output to output voltage under the large signal condition. लार्ज सिग्नल जब अप्लाई किया जाएगा इनपुट को, तो जो डिले होगा आउटपुट टर्मिनल में, आउटपुट वोल्टेज मिलने के लिए जो डिले हो जाएगा, तो उसको कहा जाता है स्लीव रेट. तो फाइनाइट वैल्यू ऑफ स्लीव रेट लिमिट द मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड एम्पलीट्यूड टू विच द एम्पलीफायर कैन रिस्पॉन्ड. तो ये जो स्लीव रेट है, इट शुड बी एज स्मॉल एज पॉसिबल. So the rate of the output would be dV by dt is equal to VW. That is the formula for that. So it is not very important, but a definition can be asked of this slew rate. Okay. And then I will discuss the last slide, that is the connection of IC 741. The integrated circuit of the operational amplifier is the IC number 741. 741 is the IC number of the operational amplifier, and it is the 8-pin IC. उसमें कितने पिन्स होते हैं? 8 पिन्स होते हैं, और हर पिन का कुछ अपना मीनिंग है. तो पिन नंबर 1 है ये, it is the offset null. Then pin number 2 is the input, inverting input. Pin number 3 is the non-inverting input. Pin number 4 is the minus VCC. This dual power supply is used in the operational amplifier, and a minus VCC is given to the terminal number 4. Then 5 terminal or 5 number pin is the offset null. 6 number pin is the output of the operational amplifier, and 7 number pin is the plus VCC, means positive power supply is applied to this point number 7 of the operational amplifier, and 8 number is to 99 package. It is the not connected to anywhere. Okay, so this is about the connection of the IC 741. And this is all about my today's presentation. So, if you have some question, then I will give the answer to that question. Otherwise, I will end this today's meeting.